welcome you on behalf of Fighters Inc. and CombatandStrength.com to the world's most exciting winner-takes-all fight night, 10K Karate. Before we get underway, a massive thank you to our sponsors, Protein Buddy, Bridgetown and Blitz Sports. Can we have group number 1 to the mat, please?
So Greg, we've got group number 1 coming to the mat, and let's go through that group. We've got Jordan Thomas, Steve Karwacinski, Jerome Brown, Joe Rawcliffe, Johnny Gilmore, Ali Neoni, Yves Martial Tadisi, who Paul Alderson says to look out for, the young Hungarian.
Yeah, very good fighter.
And Devontae Walters. That group alone, the opening group as they're waiting to come in now, that's a lineup already, isn't it?
Not only is it a good lineup, it's a good, experienced lineup of young fighters coming through into the senior ranks. Also, what we've got is some top international fighters with Mr. Tadisi there. So it's going to be a real interesting first group.
Now, with your vast years of experience as well, when you look at this, would you like to be in Group 1? Would you like to get out there first, get it over with, get those nerves out of the way?
It's different. I mean, I think what happens is that they compartmentalise the way that they prepare during the round. So if they know they're on second, they'll start their preparation in order. So it's really down to the fighters. But what's clear is that these 8 fighters will be ready, be under no illusion.
And as you see as well, the 2 young ladies from the Super 8 Cup, another innovation, and it's great to see the women now being celebrities and stars in their own right as well. We'll have in each group 2 ladies from the Super 8 fighting off to get straight into the semi-final. Another innovation.
Absolutely fantastic. Joe and Paul understand the way that Olympic karate is moving. The ladies and the men are just as equal in their ability and in their performance, and that's what we need to see. Karate represented across the board.
Now, Greg, 9 times out of 10, karate is always preceded by the terms traditional. But look at that entrance. We've got a guy on stilts. They really are bringing it into the 21st century and making it so exciting as a format to watch.
We are an Olympic sport. We've got to look at the way other sports have progressed with that Olympic model in mind and take what's best for karate.
So, Greg, our first 2 to the mat, Jordan Thomas and Steve Karwacinski, who I think you trained.
Yeah, and Steve's from my former association. Jordan, of course, I had to coach when I was on the was one of the national coaches. And our man Jordan, of course, is the current world champion. So
I was just about to say, Greg, Jordan must be one of the pre-tournament favourites for this on form alone.
Unquestionably, I suppose the only thing you've got to consider is that Jordan is one of the lighter fighters in the tournament. So that's where it's going to be, if there's going to be any difficulties arise, that's where it will be.
That's worth mentioning. This is 32 men, £10,000, an open tournament. You just got to go for it. But with that in mind, I mean, someone like Jordan, what he takes to it instead is obviously that speed and mobility and movement.
Speed, mobility, angles, dexterity, that's what he's got to maximise, especially if he's fighting the guys that are heavier. As you can see there, Steve's a little bit longer and he's just measuring up Jordan, but Jordan's got the speed. Lovely Gakazuki there from Jordan.
And that's what we were mentioning, wasn't it?
That's
Having to utilise that speed.
Jordan's got to go first, as simple as that. He's got to go first. If he waits, then he's going to run onto Steve's technique. He's got to go first.
And again, 2017, Jordan had all that experience there as well. And I feel for him as one of the pre-tournament favourites. It couldn't be a better start to come in and open Group 1.
Very much
out
so.
of the way.
He's going to set the bar for everybody, Jordan. Nice, another nice point scored there by Jordan. He's really focused. You can see that. Steve is just starting to get himself warmed up. But he's got to put Jordan under more pressure.
Now, the one thing I will say, because of the karateka and the way they compete over a year, the tournament mode is something they're very used to, weren't they? So in terms of nerves like that, it's not something that will get you. This is what they do week in, week out, isn't it?
It is. I think the only thing that may cause them nerves is the race stage and the close proximity of the audience, but they won't be thinking about that now. Nice movement there from Jordan. Nice movement.
He's looked to put Steve under pressure from the start, hasn't he?
He has to. He really does. Good, that's Jordan. Beautiful front hand there. Beautiful front hand.
Now, we saw last year at 2017 that the fighters that tended to start fast seemed to build up a rhythm and get better as they went along.
Definitely.
This bodes well for Jordan, doesn't it? This sort of start.
Karate competition now is about the first one to score. So once you get that initiative, it's important that you understand exactly how to hold on to those points and to build on them. And that's clearly what Jordan can do.
Now, if you're in Steve's corner, what would you like to see him do? Because he's under real pressure, Greg.
What he needs to do is that he needs to actually use his range more. He needs to use his range more and cut down the area on Jordan. He needs to cut the area down. Jordan is commanding the centre of the mat, and Steve's the bigger fighter. He should be moving more towards the centre of the mat and trying to dominate it more and cut the areas off. But Jordan is actually dominating the area, which is great gameplay from Jordan. Another point there, he's notched them up.
And he's not allowed Steve, for want of a better term, to bully him, has he? He's really come straight in.
Absolutely not. He's using his assets. He's using his speed, he's using his angles, and he's using his dexterity to notch them points up. I think he might be on 7 now. One more point and he's won.
And again, he seems light on his feet. He seems happy. It's a great way to start. And then what will he do? He'll go straight back and just refocus.
Yeah,
and chill.
his dad's here. His dad's here. Willie, Hong Kong coach, former England coach. Brilliant there. Again, Jordan just hit with a triple kick there.
And Greg, he is oozing confidence at the moment.
He's flying. He's flying. No score. Missed the punch and the kick clearly. Steve needs to really start moving. He's standing statically and look at Jordan. Jordan's still good to go. He's ready to pick him up, pick him off.
Well, the thing is, if you're going to go out in a tournament like this, it's worth going out really just going for it, isn't it? You can't afford...
Definitely. That's what you need to do. You need to be on your toes as well when you're fighting a lightweight like Jordan. You cannot be static. And it's clear that Steve is struggling with the pace of the fight. He needs to really pick it up.
And as you say that, Jordan's got through. Now, looking at him, as I said, we mentioned his credentials already, his pedigree. You've got to look at Jordan now and say he's on fire right from the start. He's done really well here, hasn't he?